There are currently around 4,000 New Zealand children and young people living with foster families or with extended family and whānau. The reality is that most of them will never return home. Just 1/6 of children in care return to their birth parents. Caregivers who look after other people's children are a special breed. They give love, security and consistency to young people who may never have experienced anything like it. Parenting author Nigel Latta says he sees caregivers like that perform 1,000 miracles for kids every single day. Well, one couple performing miracles like those on a regular basis are Ian and Raewyn McLaren, who were recognised in the Queen's Birthday Honours List for their remarkable record of fostering. I went down to Wellington to meet this very special couple.
I wanted to go back to work and I didn't know what I wanted to do, and I had a passion that I love children, and I thought I could give something to these children that need it. Some of our love and care, and I decided that's what I would do. I can stay at home, I don't have to go out, stay at home and look after them and hopefully give them a good start in life.
Raewyn and her husband Ian have been fostering babies now for 11 years, during which time they've raised no fewer than 77 babies. Their tireless work with babies who often come from the most difficult backgrounds earned them a Queen's Service Medal in the Birthday Honours List.
Raewyn is the main caregiver because she's here 24/7 with the babies. I mean, I go to work Monday to Friday, but then when we come home, well, Raewyn's often preparing tea, so I'll either, if the baby's not fed, then I'll feed, or otherwise I normally do the 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock feed at night time, and then I sleep.
I couldn't do it on my own. It's not a thing that I would do on my own, so I rely on Ian to do it when he's home, you know, to help when he's home. But then we've got, our family is very good and very close to us, and so our sons and our daughter-in-laws are, you know, they don't mind doing anything to help these little ones, and they get as much enjoyment out of it as what we do. And hopefully I'm teaching them to be good mums and dads as well while I'm looking after the little ones. So they get ideas and can see what I do and pick up on things.
The children that you care for, where are they coming from?
They come from drug and alcohol addiction, and children that are less fortunate than other children. They're just needing care and protection, abusive families, families that can't know looking after their children will help them because they've got concerns themselves, and some of these are just not interested in looking after their children. They have them, but they don't want to look after them. Young teenagers, we get quite a few young teenagers that have these children, and there's no way they will look after them unless they're very lucky and their family will take care and help them out. That's the only way they can do it.
So what happens to them after they leave you?
Well, they either go to whānau, or family members, or else they look for somebody wider that would take care of them. And there's plenty of people out there that are just wanting to open their homes for permanency of these children, or else they're adopted. And there's always a lot of people. I could give them away many times to people that want children. And to be honest, I would like to be able to have kept all of them. I would like to be able to have all of them and, you know, look after them and everything. But that's not possible. So I like to give them a good start in life and know that, you know, they've been well cared for, and hopefully that's the way it's going to carry on. Good girl. You feel more responsible for these children than your own because you know how you've brought your own up. And so you feel more responsible for these children because they don't ask to come into the world in the situation that they do. And therefore you do feel as though you want to give them a good start and just help them get, you know, come up to what your own children have been through and everything.
Is it hard to say goodbye to them?
Yes, very difficult to say goodbye to them. The longer you have them, the harder it is. Yeah. And I find it very difficult. It's all right if I've got another one to care for still inside, but seeing them go, It's really difficult, and I don't find that very easy at all.
Often if I'm at work, it's better just been on the other end of the phone and just let Raewyn say her piece and just be there and I guess to listen. I mean, the first placements that we had were little twin Maori boys, and we had them for 3 months. At the end of that 3 months, we had an hour and a half between us and the new whānau caregivers. At the end of that time, they were put into car seats, put in the vehicles, and we stood at the top of our steps and waved goodbye, and that was it. And it just sort of felt so empty. And Raewyn said, "I can't do it." And I said, "Well, you're going to have to if you want to continue doing this." And you just have to steel yourself, ultimately. And that's what you've got to turn and do. You just got to get on and know that there will be a next one.
Upstairs is a nursery that's always ready for action, with everything you could possibly think of that you might need if you suddenly found you had a baby in the house.
I'm always a bargain hunter, looking for specials, because I like these children to look nice, because when they come to us, they don't have anything. And so I like them to look nice and dressed as I would dress my own children. So therefore I'm always in the shops and getting things. The wardrobe is where I keep everything, because we don't know what size the children are when we get them. They're all sizes, and we have to have a variety of things to cover their size and particular child they are. I've got all my prem clothes in one box, bibs and flannels and towels in another. I'm really not sure how many, because that's only some of them. The rest are in the drawers, because I've got a boys' set of drawers and a girls' set of drawers. So I don't really know how many outfits I've got.
Where does your faith fit into what you do?
Well, I guess it's just a practical outworking. I mean, everybody's got their own different talents. In this particular case, Raewyn's got a talent with young babies. She's got an affiliation with little ones. Being able to get them into a routine. So you do what you feel that you've got to turn around and do. And I guess the fact that we were asked or told to look after little children. And this is one way we can turn around and do it. Not everybody's built the same or wired the same, and not everybody can actually turn around and do that. Some people wouldn't thank you to have babies there all the time. Others wouldn't thank you to have, we wouldn't thank you to have a number of teenagers.
So when the babies leave you, do you find out what happens to them after they've gone?
We do keep in contact with some of the children. They come and visit us. We go to first birthdays, we go to christenings. We hear from quite a few of them. It's up to their new family whether they want to keep in contact with us. So we're not seen to be pushing our way into their life, but our home is always open if they want to come and visit us and everything. And they do, but we let them do the first step to make contact with us. It's no good people going into this kind of work if they think they're going to really, make a lot of money from it, because it's not at all. You're in it to give love, to give your love to these little ones. So, as long as we can nurture these little lives till they get a permanency is our main thing.
Ian and Raewyn McLaren talking there. And if you think you could be interested in fostering or caregiving for children who aren't able to live with their own families, there's no better place to start looking for more information than on the Child, Youth and Family website at cif.govt.nz/info-for-caregivers.